Cynthia.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I am not doing so well this week or today.
And why is that?
I am having a hard time trying to decide what I want to do next. I just graduated from high school and I want to go to college. I haven't looked into where I want to go for college. And so I feel like I am at that point of my life where I still feel like a kid and I don't know what to do.
So it sounds like you're feeling a big weight on your shoulders that this is a big decision for you.
Big decision for me, yes.
And how have you handled that in the past when you've had a big decision?
Big decisions, I don't think I've had a big decision like this one. My parents are very good about making decisions for me.
Okay, so this might be the first big decision you have to make by yourself.
Yes, it has and it hasn't, because I feel like my parents know what they want me to do. I just don't know what I want to do as far as going to college.
Okay.
I feel like they're just not telling me. They're just, what do you call it? They're just throwing things at me, but we're not actually having a conversation about what I'm supposed to do next.
So for you, you might be more comfortable with a conversation about the schooling with your parents?
Yes, because I can't decide, and they're not telling me, and they usually tell me what to do.
And do you like that they usually tell you what to do?
It's safe if they tell me what to do, because my parents wouldn't steer me wrong, would they? I don't know what I want. I don't know what I need. I'm not comfortable.
So you're feeling very overwhelmed, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, very overwhelmed. And alone.
And alone. That's interesting. Why do you feel alone?
Because I feel alone in my decision, or actually my indecision. Because again, I feel like my parents know what they want, but they're not telling me what I should do.
What
So
about
I need direction.
What about your peers? Have you spoken to them about what they're thinking for college, or if they've made any decisions?
They have. My friends are excited to go away for college or stay here. They already know what they want to do. All I know is I love animals and I want to work with animals, and I want to be a vet is what I want. That's all I know.
But that's a big thing to know, right?
I guess. But compared to them, they know where they're going. They've already signed up for colleges. They've been accepted to colleges, and I'm still here. And that's why I'm here today, because I need help. I'm not very good at making choices, decisions for myself.
So you mentioned that your peers already have acceptances. They already have colleges they know they want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel overwhelmed still, and sad and not accomplished, and it makes me want to just not do anything.
So it makes you feel like you want to give up.
Yes, I just want to stay at home. Is that wrong?
Well, if that's your goal in life, I could see that not being a problem. But it sounds like to me that you really do want to go on and be a vet and work with animals. And I don't know that you could do that staying at home.
Yeah, you're right. I'd have to do something, but that's where I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's next. I feel like everybody got help to get to where they are, and I'm still in the same situation. I graduated high school, and I know that the common thing to do is go to college, but I haven't even made the effort.
But you've already shown that you can make the effort by graduating high school, right? That's not a small accomplishment.
That's true.
So So I think you need to really focus on the things that you have been able to do and use those to push you forward. Because being able to complete high school and actually, I know you said you haven't personally looked up colleges, but have you been looking at the pamphlets your parents brought you?
No, they just throw those at me here and there, and they're very excited, and they want me to look at this college and that college, and they're all colleges that are sending me away. I don't want to necessarily go away. I'd rather just stay here and stay home. And I know I want to go to college, but I don't know. No, I haven't looked at them. I'm overwhelmed.
Right. Would it be easier for you if we narrowed the search a little bit and maybe decided whether or not you want to stay in Idaho specifically?
Yeah, that would make it easier. Yeah, because they're not showing me anything. I'm not researching anything that has to do with where I live or where I am. They're throwing things at me that it's, far away here, that state there, and I don't know what that's going to be like. It's scary.
Let's say I can tell from your expression it frightens you a little bit to possibly have to go so far away from your family.
Yeah, I'll be all alone.
I can understand that. I think a lot of people who are at this stage in life struggle with that, the fact that they're going to have to finally move out and be away from their family and be on their own. So I think it can definitely be hard. I understand that this is difficult for you. I'm very glad that you came in to meet with me so that we could talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't want to come either, but see, my parents are really good about knowing what I need and what I should do, and they told me I should probably come and see somebody and talk to somebody, and I agreed because they know what's best for me. And this is the one thing that I'm asking. Well, I haven't asked for help for school, but they're not telling me like they usually do. They always tell me. They told me to come to counseling, and here I am.
Well, I think with such a big decision looming on the horizon, I think it definitely needs to come from you, that it's what you want.
Is that why they're being evasive about the whole thing?
I think that could definitely be part of it, because even if they, just for instance, let's say they really do like a school somewhere far away, for maybe because it has good academics, maybe because of how much it costs, who knows. But let's say they really do like that school. Well, if they tell you that, they might feel that you'll be pressured to go there. Which, would you feel that way?
I would. I would feel like they want me to leave, like they don't want me in their house. Why do they want me gone?
And so those kinds of feelings might be keeping them from just giving you a straight, obvious answer as to you should go this direction.
Yeah, but it is overwhelming when they bring me all these pamphlets and just expect me to be excited and enthusiastic and read them the way they present them. And I don't even care to look at them. I see them, but I haven't read through them or done any research of my own.
Well, I think the first step is we need to decide on where you would like to go to school. Okay. Because we've come to a conclusion that you do want to go.
I do want to go.
Okay. So let's decide, excuse me, where you would like to go. So if you would like to stay in state, I think the best thing for you to do would be when you head home, start looking specifically for in-state colleges that would teach you the skills to be a vet.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the schooling required to be a vet?
No, I haven't done any research. I just know that's what I like to do.
Okay.
Like I said, my parents have brought me things that I could read, and I just haven't been motivated to read them. I just haven't, and I haven't done research on my own, and I don't know what it'll take, and no one has helped me figure that out.
So would it help if we set you up with a counselor, maybe a peer that could help you go through some of those things?
Like a school counselor? Yeah, I guess so. But I'm already out of school.
Right. But there are agencies, there are community agencies, like at the library and things like that, that can help you with those kinds of resources, and can sit down with you and kind of walk you through finding that information. Because I think, a very important thing is, obviously, that is fairly specific, so you're not just going to be able to go just anywhere for that. So we would need to make sure we know what all that entails before we start looking for schools.
Okay, I can do that. So do I just go, what do I do? Where do I go? Who do I talk to? I don't know.
I can set you up with a counselor. I will give you her phone number, and you can call her and set up a time to meet. She's very nice and really personable, and I think she actually does house calls as well, but otherwise she usually meets at the library.
Oh, I'd like it better if she came to my house.
Okay. Seems like where you're most comfortable, and I believe she can do that. So I can give you her number, and then you guys can sit down and talk about it, and hopefully look up some information.
Okay.
And what I would like you to do is, by next session, so next Monday, I would like you to at least know something more about what it would take to be a vet. Okay, maybe how many years of schooling that would take.
Okay, I can do that.
Things like that. So like, I mean, if you get into it and you enjoy finding the information and you're learning a lot, by all means, delve into it. But at the same time, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. So
I already feel overwhelmed.
I know.
This conversation alone is making me feel overwhelmed.
Right.
Because I'll have to actually do research. I felt overwhelmed coming here, and now I have to do more work. So I don't. Is she gonna call me? Do I have to call her?
I can have her call you. That might be a little easier for you. And then you guys can set up a time to meet at your house.
Okay.
So that way it'll be a little less stressful for you. And she'll help you guide you through it as far as, where to look and things like that. And like I said, just baby steps, right? First things first, figure out what you would need to do to be a vet. Okay? And then when you come in on Monday, we can talk about that. And then while we're in session on Monday, I will bring in some resources that I've looked at, because I'll do some homework myself and look at some resources for you and see where we could go from there as far as finding a school for you and also the application process, because that can be quite a stressful experience. So I want to make sure that you help through that.
Yeah, but I don't even want to look at the schools outside.
Right.
I want to look at the ones here.
Which we can totally do. We will stay focused, if that is what you want, we will stay focused specifically in Idaho, at least at first. And then as we become more comfortable with the information, if you want to branch out, we can. If not, we'll just stay with the Idaho ones.
So do I have to tell my parents?
It would probably be good to talk to your parents about how you're feeling.
Okay. I feel like they'd be very disappointed that I'm not excited to go out of state. But they might be at least happy at the fact that I'm actually looking. I don't know, maybe.
I think that the fact that you're willing to start looking, that you're willing to take that step despite the fact that you feel this anxiety about it, is a big deal. And I think your parents will definitely appreciate that you're trying. And I think you just need to be honest with them as far as in-state versus out-of-state. Because honestly, Cynthia, this is your life. I know you like your parents making your decisions because it feels safe. But at the same time, if they continue to make all your decisions, you're never going to do anything on your own. And you're not going to be able to take ownership for those decisions.
That's right. But a part of me is okay with that.
Maybe now, but that's probably because of where you are right now, just graduating high school and all the uncertainty. Everybody gets overwhelmed by uncertainty, and that's nothing new. It can be very hard to deal with that.
And then if I do look for colleges, and you're going to help me, you said, to look for colleges, do you think I can just stay home and go to school?
You're talking online colleges?
I didn't think about online colleges, but that sounds like a good idea.
Well, I think that brings us back to my first suggestion, which is that you need to find out more about becoming a vet.
Okay.
Because I am not familiar enough with the veterinary schooling process to know whether or not even doing an online course is an option. It might be. what little I do know about being a vet is that it does require quite a bit of schooling. So you might be able to do some of it at home, which might be more comfortable for you starting out, and then you can move to a campus later. But I don't know that you could do a full degree from
So
home.
I'd still have to move out.
Eventually, I would think so. Yes. I'm out of ideas. Well, thank you for coming in today, Cynthia.
Thank you, Melissa, for listening to me today.
And hopefully when we meet next week, you'll have talked to that counselor and it'll be a good experience for you. And we can go through those colleges that I found for you.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.